Hope London's listening Juncker's outrageous bid to lure Brexit Britain back into EU. The President of the European Council Donald Tusk said our heart is still open to you and said the UK could return to the bloc. During his speech in Strasbourg, Jean-Claude Juncker, the President of the European Commission, reiterated Mr Tusk's message. Mr Juncker said that he hoped the comments made by the EU chief were heard in London. He said, President Tusk also made some comments on Brexit. He said that our door still remains open, and I hope that will be heard clearly in London, thank you. Guy Verhofstadt appeared frustrated as Mr Juncker mentioned Britain in his speech. Earlier, Mr Tusk told Britain that it could still change its mind on leaving the European Union during his speech. He said, what we need today is more clarity on the UK's vision. Once we have that, the leaders will meet and decide on the way the EU sees its future relationship with the UK as a third country. It also means a new set of guidelines. The hardest work is still ahead of us and time is limited. We must maintain the unity of the EU 27 in every scenario, and personally I have no doubt that we will. If the UK government sticks to its decision to leave, Brexit will become a reality with all its negative consequences in March next year. Unless there is a change of heart amongst our British friends. Wasn't it David Davis himself who said if a democracy cannot change its mind it ceases to be a democracy? We here on the continent haven't had a change of heart, our hearts are still open to you. Last week, the British Prime Minister Theresa May insisted that there would be no second referendum on Brexit, as it would weaken her negotiating position with the EU. The comments came after leading Brexiteer Nigel Farage said he was warming to the idea of a second Brexit vote to stop Remainers from trying to block Britain's EU exit.